Hey again, gang. Right, I'm gonna try Neyasnoe again, and hope for the best this time. Let's see, right. Where is Stream Manager on here? Right, live. Edit the details. There we go. We're gonna try it one more time, gang. Right, get rid of that. Neyasnoe. My favourite game. There we go. And let's hope that this works. Is that it? Is it on? Hell yeah. Let's go. Right, let's get in Stream Manager on my phone and get off that, sorry. Amazing. Looks like we got it on. Fucking love this game. And the fact that I love it so much is the only reason I can play it 3 days running. Right, there we go. And I mean 3 days running start to finish. And this would be the only detail that I would change if I could change anything. Is to be able to see, obviously not like, even that, just being able to see someone wandering past. Like, just someone living their life and that. Or even just like the actual furniture and the way they've got their house decorated and stuff. And stuff like that's so nice. And comforting. I tried to make a point. I'm going to probably make a lot of the same points as I made in the first stream, which after I've done this one I'll delete, about how interesting it is that the brain can recognise that this is not glamorous, it is miserable and gloomy. But at the same time, we match it up with something. I've never seen that go across there. We also find some comfort in it, and there is something that we all recognise as being really nice about it. Well, nice. Again, there is a word for it that I will refer back to later, but I just think it's just genius, and that there are people that are able to latch onto it to make nice content out of it, or that there's people like that can go and look at what people find comforting about it, and then do that. It's really good that. It's very interesting that the things that people can make art out of. And I'm very grateful to Sad3D, who is the best game dev as far as I'm concerned. I'm trying to find that I've just seen those guys, wherever they've gone. There they are. Хорошо.
Деня,
Always. Всегда.
Тима ищет.
Right. Keep that in mind. It's good though, because sometimes it won't even let you run through that straight away. You have to sit through it. So, keep team eyes looking for the light in mind for next time. Hey, that's my, I've never noticed that before. That is my Steam icon, but the glowing one. Let's have a look around this time. Yesterday I just played through it, and I'm going to play it all the way to the end. I keep noticing stuff that I've never seen before, which I love. That's why I love the game so much. This is probably my 14th playthrough. And I will never get bored of just wandering around. It's just a comforting. It's like that meme, I'm not from here, but I know it like as if it was my childhood home. I'm just making up the actual wording. But you know what I mean, that sort of vibe. It's like, I just love it. And all those little details. That's wonder. It's worth it as well because the dev Alex is just the way that he's captured all the things that are so human about it, but also that should typically be repulsive. What we find, like you can look at things like that and recognise that it's not pretty, but still like appreciate it, and it has a beauty of its own. I have already streamed today, but I thought now I figured out the microphone situation, maybe I'll give it another go. Because the first stream was rubbish. The game looked great, but I sounded rotten. We got MF. Can't speak Russian yet. That's my goal weight. Nobody. Nah, but I've still yet to find. There's a pile of bones somewhere, which was the only thing I'd heard, like when I'd watched other people play it. But like I've never, like yesterday was the first time I'd seen the skull, so I don't know if he's just added that or if it's one of them that sort of comes and goes. Fair enough. Right, skill tab. There is only 2 examples of being able to decrease loneliness, and I like both of them. I think they're really sweet, and I will point them out again when it comes to it. Which door? I don't think it really matters which door we go through. I mean, they all have sort of, like, they're all a bit different in terms of the actual tunnel, but the location is, I think, the same. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong, I'm lying. See, he's a genius. Is that what people do in Russia? Just pick crisps up off the floor and scan them? Let me know in the comments. Right, so usually you go in that way and then come out. Well, I do. Oh, it's interesting. What is that noise? Because it's only just started in the past couple of times I've played it. We'll go in there. Look how disgusting that tail is. Like, there's something. Yeah. Like I said in the clip about his shoes, the rat shoes. They're cute and they're worth getting a plague for, but their tails are rank. Are we ready for the single most unappetizing thing you've ever seen? Like, I just try and imagine that it's been a night out at like Satan's Hollow in Manchester. I'm not scanning anything. No, I don't need another one. It's like Baltica 3, which is my favourite bit. Oh, I'll put the sway on so you can see. I always turn it off because it's a bit annoying, but that's sort of the point. Just drank all that beer, so now you've got the... Now you're a bit pissed. I'll take you around to my favourite place. Because I think, like I said, he just knows what he's doing in terms of aesthetics. It's so observant. Like, I know he's Russian, so that is what he sees every day. But it says how observant he is that he's sort of been able to latch onto the things that people find appealing about it. Especially like as a Russian, because it's his everyday life, it's what he sees every day, and now Westerners have sort of latched onto it, and he's managed to make something really nice out of it. But yeah, now you've seen the sweat, I'm going to turn it off, but like, the more you drink, the more drugs you take, that's how it gets more and more sway, it's definitely not a word. But yeah, it is the dev. Alex.IGNTV. всегда.
Знаю, жизнь так быстро летит.
Не знаю.
И главное будущее. И все получится.
I think there is some truth to that. Do you? But I also don't know how possible it is.
Давай удачи.
That's спасибо. That is not an example of it decreasing. Okay, I had a whole rant on my last one, but you could not hear one word of it. So it's not a rant, just like a question. I have seen in these buildings be turned into, like, they're either communal, or I mean residential, or yeah, residential, like those buildings, like flats. But I've also seen them be used as schools. Do they use them like they do in this as well? Because when you get to the top of the stairs and you go down this hallway, and I know like there is no logic to the way the buildings are set out, um, but are they used for more than just residential and schools? That's what basically I'm asking. I think it's cool, even if it's not realistic and they don't do that. I like it as a concept.
Привет. Ну что, как ты?
We don't like our team.
Все так же работу не можешь найти?
Никогда.
Ты вроде бы в столицу хотел переехать. Есть какое-то движение?
Yeah, that's why I'm here talking to you.
А ты слышал, стекла бросят в Тертиповке. Работает теперь в международной компании. Ну, я ни на что не намекаю, просто для информации тебе говорю. Вообще, подумай на досуге, чем ты хочешь в этой жизни позаниматься? А то так и будешь в глуши ходить по кругу и все.
Do you know what I've just realised? They all live here too. So why are they always making digs at me about living there?
Давай, пока.
I love that then. That. That. And that. Love this as well. I'm going to show you that Sad 3D's woke. I know that's supposed to be that Russian dance, but he looks like he's voguing. Post-Soviet RuPaul's Drag Race. Is that your girl? Yeah. What is this? I've only ever been looking at the guy that looks like he's voguing and not realised all the others. Go off. I bet though, leaving that sweaty dance floor and then going down this hallway feels so good. It's so like the cool air and that. I'm gonna have to research what the logic is of the, not the set, like the layout, but of these actual places existing. Oh, you know what? That's mad. Because I was asking all those questions yesterday about this, and not about the post, about this. But I've never looked up. I've never looked at the thing. Now I know. Now I don't even need viewers because I understand. I'm just joking. I would really like some viewers. Don't listen to me. Don't be put off. I'm curious about. I know why it's pink. I used to just think it was an aesthetic thing, but not in like a for everyone else, but just for them. Because you see pictures of tile blocks where all the window lights are different colours. But no, apparently it's for growing certain plants. But it's like how you couldn't give yourself away more. It's like, especially considering like that's got back to me because I know that now. So the police definitely know that, but they probably just can't be asked counting down to the flat, like figuring out which floor it is. Or they just don't care. Oh, I need to get this bus, but let me just show you this stuff first. Mama taboy gordis. No, I don't know how to say it. I just know it says Mum is proud of you. Mama toboy govdustia. Best pronunciation EU. Our one and only Ilya is on today. Come, 9 p.m. Round Square Brewery. I just want to get this first. I love these kiosks. I wish we don't really still have them in England. I mean, I'm sure we do, but like, not in the way we used to. Like at the bottom of flats and stuff like that. I know some places do, but not like this. They're just like little shops, but they don't. They're not really like. 1 minute, I'll show you. Well, you just saw, but like that. Trying to think if there's anywhere else around here that I've not shown you. I do like where the larder is, so let me just show you because I think it looks really sweet's not the word I meant to use there and it just came out. Don't need to touch them again. I like with the graffiti and wrong way, sorry. I don't know what I'm apologising for. So there we go, there it is. I think that's just on its own. This is just really. I think it's that sneaker rat again. Hey, there he is. This is only the second time I've ever seen him. Look at his little trainers. Look at them. They're clean. Yeah, this. I don't actually know the translation because it's not even. I mean, I'm not fluent anyway, so to be able to see it in the pixels would be a bit difficult. I do like that though. I think it's just really nice. Well, again, it's just realistic and it's just what it looks like. But Melancholy, I don't know what that first letter is. Always, I always get confused. Stovsietak. I don't even know what that is. I can't even read what the letters are, let alone how to pronounce it. Anyway, that's just me trying to look like I've got some kind of skills. I don't. Right, we move on now. I think I've shown you. You think that's TikTok? Or do you think he's the only user of VK video? Although I have seen some good stuff on VK video, but like one thing, like 3 years ago. I'm gonna use that picture of my junk I set up to show. Right, what was I doing, gang? Oh yeah, the post that I'm live. I forgot to do that. No, I'm gonna get distracted. I'm good at doing that. Be with you in a second, guys. Guy. There we go. There we go. Alright, posting. The Tascar was what I was trying to say before about how everyone has a sort of weird relationship with being able to being able to acknowledge that this isn't, well, not that looks really nice, but the sort of the Khrushchevkas, the tower blocks, the sort of the depressing element of it, but not being able to separate that it, yeah, we get that it's depressing, but it's also quite comforting. That's how it feels when you look like that. There's like a word for it, which is Tascar, but the reason that word's so interesting is because you can't really translate it. It's easier to translate if you for example, if you read the lyrics of Tascar by Mozart Dama or Vladimir Nabokov did a really good. He made a really good point about it. But it's just a really interesting word because it's like defines a feeling, but it can also mean different things to whoever's. But yeah, whatever. But it's just interesting to me. Says Pust Shivyot. I had this crisis yesterday. It's either Shivyet or Shivyot, and it basically says let him, her, or they live. Them. But I'm not sure if it's a case of not knowing which one it is, or it can mean all three, which I don't really know how that's possible, but yeah. It still looks beautiful though, and I like that it's autumn, because all my favourite poetry by Pushkin is about autumn. Keep trying to get it so she gets run over.
Извините, а вы не могли бы купить блейзер?
Not just because I'm a psychopath, but because it happened for the first time yesterday. And it didn't record. She ran at me, and the car came and she flew up, and it was just great. And yeah, it sounds not very funny, but it was funny to me. Vodka, you know. I find it hard to believe that in Russia, a youth is up to 35 years of age. Like, surely that's not true. What is the logic of that, and why does it say it? Amen to that. I'm gonna take it to the coziest bit right now, which is just really like, I would love to just be in here all the time. Imagine your life, your job just being sitting in here all day every day. I would love that.
Хороший выбор. Хорошее направление.
Oh, she's a VK video victim and all.
Фотки
Hello.
— это текстовые облака. Этот текст — это кодекс из картинки.
Who's this geezer that she keeps scrolling to?
Сгустки концепции внутри текста, воздушные сгустки, содержащие
I never get used to that voice change. It's a bit sinister, isn't it?
отношения. Сгустки идейные, мыслимые, допустимые, формировали все воспринимаемое, то, на чем можно останавливаться, как островки суши среди баллонов, в котором тонет восприятие.
Amazing. I do like as well, like each book you click on, it like it's either poetry by a poet that works with the game dev, or it's an actual book. So like, there's a whole chapter from Crime and Punishment. You know, what other book? There was one, I can't remember what it's called, about how there's something strange in the way Russians meet death. I can't remember who it's by, but yeah, each one. The colour of the flower has already faded away, while in idle thoughts my life passes vainly by as I watch wandering twilight. To be fair, I like any poem that talks about rain, because I don't know, I think it's supposed to make it feel a bit morbid maybe, but I think there's something really peaceful about it. But I think that's probably why it works and why it has got an audience, because there is that crossover where it can be one or the other. Winter loneliness in a mountain village grows only deeper when guests are gone and leaves and grass are withered. Troubling thoughts. Thing is, right, I write poetry, but what I find really weird about it is when you read it is the flow is different depending on who's reading it. Maybe that's not interesting to anyone, but it is it's something to dwell on. There we go, Crime and Punishment. I'm not going to put you through me reading that entire chapter, but it is good that in like everything's interactive, and it's like that across all of his games. Like it's routine feat. You can read any of the books there as well, and it's either stuff that the characters wrote, like written, or the game dev, or there's books in French, books in Russian, English. I like these paintings. Oh, this is right. I said before how there's only 2 examples of the loneliness decreasing, and this is one of them, and I think quite right. And it's very real as well. So yeah, there we go. It's the only time there's this, and then one in a minute where you see the loneliness decrease. So sweet. Oh, to be a cat in a bookstore in the rain. I'll read this. It's not that long, I don't think. Wait, is it? Was that long, or was it just glitching? There's always a bayonet, snow or storm. Eternally train will take me. I came where I had to, the dull platform. No sense to repack so lately. I had not the eyes for people, their bales. Resurge will my eyes when perish. I don't know if this is translation. I don't know if that makes sense. But you can always play the game's called Neyasnoe, and it's on Steam. So if you ever do want to read it, I do play it. I do recommend. This is the one I was talking about. I like this one, but it is very long. But yeah, yes, there's something strange in the way in which Russians meet death. I like that line. We'll start from the bottom, because I'm too autistic to not get overstimulated if things aren't in a direct. That's probably not even an autism thing. That's probably just a person thing. Not that autistic people aren't people. Oh no, we need to go back that way because that's a bit of a shortcut to the next level. So we go up this. We go up 1 floor to meet the weird guy. I'm gonna put this on screen so anyone that watches this back can be as annoyed as I was. Because you can buy the poetry on. If you go through Steam or whatever, and you can get to the website and buy his poetry. So I thought, oh, maybe that's what that is. No. We leave it there, and then whoever wants to do it can do it and be as upset as I was. Especially because I spent the whole stream talking about how much of a genius the game dev is and how much I love him, only to be insulted. Oh. Talk to this geezer.
Всё заебало. Очень-очень сильно заебало.
I mean, I told you.
Дождь хлещет улицу.
You can hear the other guy singing to himself. There's 2 very vast differences in the both of them.
Все листья уже на земле. Беспощадная ночь. Спрятался того найду. Беспощадная.
Yeah. Right, this is the other guy that was saying. He's singing away to himself while the other guy's having a crisis on the stairs. I'm assuming whoever the other viewer is, you've joined from Instagram, so hi and thank you. I appreciate it. And also, this guy, look at all this tech he's got. And something a bit concerning there. No ashtray. Couldn't fork out for an ashtray. Couldn't even just rip this can in half and make an ashtray.
Да шучу, шучу. Ты вообще знаешь, какое тело теперь работает? Да тебя это не волнует, я уж понял.
This rude guy.
Иди сюда.
Charming. Right, so I just came through this door, didn't I? Right, we'll go up again. Go up a few floors. That's the bookshop. Right, we'll go to the roof first actually, because that floor there, like I said, goes to the next level, and this one's I really like this. You can go on the roof and stuff.
Поэзии нетленного цветка.
I'd like to just imagine being able to have this. Although, who's just got a vending machine? Not vending machine. Who's just got a fridge that's full like that spare?
Земля горит. Горят лица.
See, he's got. Oh no, it's not an ashtray actually. It looks like one though.
Здесь внизу темно. А если иначе взглянуть, кто виноват?
Right, that's beautiful. And like I always say, compare it to like living on a council estate. 'Cause at the end of my street, there's 3 of those big towers in the distance. They're just it's pure smoke just coming out of them at all times, polluting everything. But they do look nice. Well, if you like the brutalist sort of industrial look, they're not. What's the word? That traditionally very nice to look at.
Кому горит? Кто виноват? Бедный кап.
I love that. Look at that. I would love to have access to something like this, but specifically in Russia, that's probably the problem. If there was something like this in England, like just a rooftop nearby that I could just go and sit and look out like that, I would love it equally. I had a friend that who had a flat where you could get up to the roof and just sit and smoke and stuff, and I did really like that. So I would love something like that.
Она начнется через 10 минут.
Right, we can move on now to the next bit. And the next level is, well, the next interaction we're about to have is the only other example of decreased loneliness. This out here goes. That goes out just to the street. And the stairs goes up to where that guy was sleeping on the floor. Here we go.
Так давно тебя здесь не было. Мы уже все соскучились.
I like this man.
Сегодня наш поэт выступает. Сейчас уже все начнется.
Yeah, so it's just him and the cat that make us happy. Just because she said, "In a moment I will come," I've awaited her until the moon of daybreak and the long month has appeared. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, that's the one that's my icon on Twitch. I really like it. It's one of them that just makes me feel weird, dead nerdy, because it just brings me a lot of joy. And I love the music in this bit. I can't remember the name of the artist, but I am going to upload this to YouTube. The channel, it's got the same name as this, Sid James 69. Very original, I know. And I will put on the screen what the song's called, because I've got the screenshot on my phone. I love the art. I know it's pixelated, but you know, it's the colours. There's my future wife there. I'm not joking, but she does look like Nadia from Pussy Riot, don't you think? That song is so beautiful. I do follow the guy singing it on Bandcamp, and he's like Victor Tsorian, that he's got a really, really unique voice. But he's yeah, I love his guitar playing as well. Are we ready? Putin did not approve that outfit, just saying. I'll be quiet so you can listen to the poetry. I'll go up to the stage actually, I don't need to stand there.
Провожаю последние дни. Листья на улице чужого города. Сосед всю ночь брехал. Какую красивую жизнь дал. По улице волочатся ангелы с колясками. Ветер колышет их сеть. У девочек глаза совсем не такие, как у мальчиков. Но в бесконечной глубине, в скребущей душу семье,
Amen.
я вижу только осень.
Amen times 2. you'll see a Dusha, which is Seoul, and Tasgar, usually one and the same. What is his problem? He thinks he's better than everyone and he's dressed like that. Right, get on stage. There we go.
Я так просто прикинул, что ты пришел.
I wish he was in it all the way through. I really like his character.
Вернись, сказал я.
When my mum watched the first gameplay, she said he's pretentious, but I like him.
Это мой последний зачет месяца.
We'll go back to him in a minute, like where all the...
Купим сигареты.
Знаешь, я ненавижу свою жизнь.
Once again I say Manya Toju. I'll go to all the tables, you can listen to all the different conversations. I think it's really cool. I say cool, the conversations are bleak, but the actual... I think it's just a really nice touch. Let's have another really unappetizing kebab, this one that we've just found outside. Wait, I don't know where that conversation's coming from, that one's far away, because he's a geezer. I mean, it could be anything, I know, but that wasn't the voice that belonged to that man. Whatever. Let me talk to him. Not you. So he's just stalking him.
Можно написать много всего. Это очень хорошо.
Get out of my way.
Другой вопрос. Как их коммуникация?
I never understand where that conversation's coming from. Is it over here?
Хохотали. И стихи были значительными и полными. Никаких двухсмысленностей и напряжения. Как теперь.
I think that the poem was profound. I don't know what could have been more profound, but there we go. I wasn't there last night. Or last time. This is the last conversation that you can overhear at the tables, and then we'll move on to the next bit. I just like to show everything because I think it's just my favourite. Just give them a minute, give the ladies a minute.
Хочу с ним расстаться. Не могу больше лгать. Он все чаще и чаще говорит со мной, как с сумасшедшей. Ты не поверишь. Он настаивает на том, что я никогда не смогу жить с человеком, которого
Such a beautiful
люблю.
language.
У меня ощущение, будто он пытается меня во всем ограничить.
This game makes me very pretentious.
Куклой.
Pretentious
Он
and...
понимает, что девушки просто хотят радоваться жизни.
What's the word? Pretentious and... Like, I don't know, the opposite, like wanting to be creative and feeling inspired, but acknowledging that it's through someone else's art. But I think that's sort of how anyone is inspired, so it's probably stupid things. There is a word I'm trying to think of, but it's not coming out. Also, that last girl, another subtitle went off for some reason, but she just says, why doesn't he realise that all girls just want to have fun? That's how many times I've played it, I know it by heart. They're the towers I was saying. Yep. I'm very grateful to whoever's sticking around. There we go. So when you really think about the scale of how many people, if they were real, like buildings, like there's people in each room, and they've all got families, and there were people that lived there before them that had families, and how many people and how many lives that is, it's crazy. That's why I am so touched by those kinds of buildings, because there's a lot of life in them that's sort of overlooked a lot. I'm gonna run into my enemy.
Бля, не мешай, а?
Ready. Bang. Did I get the last one? Yeah, we did. I was saying to Josh on the last stream, if this was me, snapping steel with that big body, I don't think my arms would snap off. So that's me, times 2. Oh, here we go. He wasn't doing it, but yeah, no, I would break metal. Boom. No, I missed that one.
Я тут подумала, ты знаешь разницу между бессилием и беспомощностью?
Нет.
А что между беспомощностью и отчаянием?
Я не знаю.
Как ты думаешь, все в этом мире приходит к концу?
Ну, конечно же.
Очень
It's that,
я
of course. I
этому
thought it was
надеюсь.
Neyasnoe. You know what she said. I told you.
Я тоже.
Нам ведь уже нечего терять, правда?
Боюсь, что да.
I'm saying this, like, I understand, I'm not, like that sign said before, the grass is always green. I understand that it's not like an ideal life, but imagine just sitting out here, just getting pissed and just chatting. Wait. Bang. Right, moving on. We've got to find those geezers first. They are, so before, when it said, wait for the taxi, it said, Timo is looking for the light, and I said, to remember that. It's so we can find these guys. I can't see where, sorry, there you go. Yeah, I like these. I like the to stop you going over the barriers. But they always say something equally as morbid. Is that them over there? I think it might be. Yeah, there they are. And in this, and in sad 3D games, if he says the tax is going to be 2 minutes, it's going to be 2 minutes exactly. I love that because it makes me, because I still haven't really found anyone that has come up with an interpretation of that isn't. I mean, for me, it's in theory for the sake of the game. I like to think it means something a bit more bleak, but if they were like real people, I would hope that it meant that they had like something good had happened, rather than something bleak. If they were actual men. But for the sake of the game and for the sake of poetry, I hope it's something a bit more morbid. I hope the taxi will wait, because I don't often do as much one. Well, that's the first time I've actually seen them leave the floor. Usually they're just in the air. I like that. I don't know why I like that detail. I think it's because it seems like a newer thing. There's my taxi, I'll go get it in a sec. I just want to have a little wander, because usually I just sort of fly through it. Even just for the sake of seeing what the barriers say on either side of the game. There we go. That one just says the same thing. Depending where you are, it says something different. There's a taxi, I better leg it. I don't know if it leaves, but I don't think it does, because it's like the only way to end the game. I always get dead sad at there is this drunk driver. I always get dead sad at this bit when we leave and you see it disappearing in the distance. It just makes me really sad, and I don't know why. It's like my favorite place to escape to, over like in a game, and then we're watching them all go away.
Куда? Домой?
Da. I'm an emotionally unstable person. Clearly, if leaving somewhere in a game makes me sad.
Дома. Жарить картошку с колбасой.
I'll show you what I mean.
Пить водку в 3 часа ночи.
Like, why do I just find that really
А потом...
traumatizing? Not actually traumatizing.
Тебя вообще нет
Life's
такого.
more complicated.
Когда ничего не делаешь. Когда тебе понадобятся деньги, куда ты пойдешь?
Although, wouldn't it be good if the most traumatizing thing that's ever happened to me was driving away from a town in a game?
Я вот работаю таксистом уже 10 лет. Я езжу по своим маршрутам с утра до ночи.
There they are.
Где хочу. Иногда по несколько дней подряд. Я не помню, когда я начал работать таксистом. Просто так получилось. Вот и все. Я это делаю, и все. Ничего другого у меня нет.
You've got me. We can be best
Посмотри
friends.
вокруг. Повсюду одно и то же.
Why not?
Но все пустые и безжизненные. Боимся смотреть правде в глаза.
Why do taxi drivers feel the need to do this, by the way? It's not that inaccurate.
Очень устали. Очень устали. Все постоянно хотят развеяться, танцевать где-то всю ночь, а дома зализывать раны. Такая жизнь не может длиться вечно.
See, I already missed them.
Пора очнуться, пора кому-то себя проявить.
Oh, I always miss that.
Я не знаю кому.
I like that. I'm gonna get that tattooed, the street sign, or get someone, or not, or and get someone on Etsy to make it for my room. The sign.
Ты хочешь спать? Пожалуйста, спи. Я тебе не мешаю.
Spee.
Спи.
I just wish this game could go on forever. I'm gonna need him to make 300 more games in my lifetime. Just like that, we finished it. So I just wanted to stream the whole game because the past couple of nights I have tried and it's been a bit of a disaster. But today I managed to fix my microphone by accident. So I wanted to. So I don't know how I fixed it. It was one of those where I was just messing with all the settings and it fixed itself. So while it was still on that setting, I wanted to record my favourite game, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Sid James 69. I think it's the same as it is on there. It should be. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna have to do this first, because otherwise it'll stay streaming after I've said thanks for watching, and I'll just embarrass myself again. There we go. Thanks once again for watching, and thanks for sticking around for the whole game. It was nice to have company. До свидания.